everyone, I'm Beth and this is Audemic Academy, where we talk through some of the hottest topics from the world of research. PhDs are the highest level of degree that you can get from most universities, but what are they actually for? In today's video, we'll be talking through some of the potential pros and cons of doing a PhD and whether it's the right decision for you. The name of a PhD is short to the Latin phrase philosophia doctor, which means doctor of philosophy. But don't let that mislead you. You can do a PhD in pretty much anything. PhD research takes the form of a single thesis, which is based on a phenomenon or idea. One huge positive of this is that you can get really stuck into something that actually excites you and interests you, whether that be film studies of East Germany or platelet biology in the context of cardiovascular disease. You can pretty much do whatever you want. This can be a really rewarding and enjoyable experience. But it's a good idea to take the time to consider the research topic before you apply. You don't want to be stuck doing something mind-numbingly boring for 3.5 years, because no one wants to do that. A PhD can be a unique experience. You don't have to be stuck in a library or lab 24/7. For example, PhD students can travel to different institutes, countries, or continents to complete field research or present at conferences. As well as this, PhD students are often treated more like members of staff than students, which can be really great because it lends itself to opportunities such as teaching undergraduate students, which in my experience can be very fulfilling and rewarding. The first step towards an academic career. The most obvious job sector in which a PhD is essential is academia. If you want to become a lecturer, professor, or researcher, having a PhD is an essential part of this process. Aside from this, the vast skills that you learn as a PhD researcher can be applied to many different industries. It's well known that PhDs in STEM subjects such as engineering or computer science can really help boost employability in industry and technology sectors. What's less well known is that PhDs in the arts and humanities can also provide you with the relevant expertise and experience for jobs such as museum or gallery curation, academic publishing, or policy advising. Overqualification. Doing a PhD isn't all sunshine and rainbows. For one, you might find that gaining a doctoral degree actually overqualifies you for certain entry-level jobs that you might be interested in. To mitigate this, it might be a good idea to diversify your research and gain as many skills outside of academia, such as communication, administration, and events organization. Fees and expenses. PhDs can get pretty expensive, with tuition fees ranging from thousands of pounds per year and the added cost of living. It can be a lot to pay for. There are some funding opportunities out there, either from universities, institutions, or external funding bodies like charities or companies, but these can be very competitive and hard to secure. These can vary quite a lot, with some only covering your tuition fees, whilst others give you tuition fees and living costs, whilst others only give you a lump sum to carry out your research. However, these tend to be very competitive and rare, especially in the arts and humanities. We recommend spending a lot of time researching your funding options before applying to particular programs. To hear about some really exciting research projects funded by the likes of AstraZeneca, then check out our podcast, The Research Beat, with the guest Yasmin Dickinson. The link is down below. Work-related stress. Doing a PhD is hard work. It can often feel less like study and more like a full-time job. You can find yourself spending long periods of time in the lab and often swamped by deadlines. This can cause a lot of stress, which can often lead to PhD students dropping out before they even complete their degree. There are lots of ways to alleviate this during your PhD. For example, most universities offer services such as workshops or counseling to help you manage your mental health. To conclude, like most things, there are positives and negatives of doing a PhD. All in all, a PhD is what you make of it. You can choose to take it in any direction you wish, within reason, and you can adapt and adjust your research along the way. Nevertheless, it's always a good idea not to rush into things, and consider all of your options for whatever route you choose. I am Beth, and this is Audemic Academy. If you like this video, then please leave a comment, and consider subscribing to our channel where you can find more handy videos on various topics around the world of research.